Is it better to rent or to buy? Today, I'm going to talk about it with you. Hey, Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group. Welcome back to our vlog. Hey, before we talk about today's topic, whether or not it makes more sense to rent or to buy, reminder, if you're a home seller, check out our free home value report. And if you're looking to purchase a home, we have our MLS search tool for properties all over Southern California. So right now, I realize that if you're looking at what it costs to rent a home, and you take that same comparable home and what the mortgage would be on that house, well, most likely it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper to rent than it would be to buy. Now, that being said, at the end of the day, if you look long term, it's going to be way more expensive to actually rent than it would be to buy. So a lot of people consider it risky to actually buy a home, whether it be property taxes, home maintenance, etc., etc. But the alternative is to rent. So if you're renting a home, you're going to be subject to the landlord year after year being able to increase the rent. As opposed to having a mortgage, you're going to be able to build equity in that home and have the same monthly payment year after year. So the longer you stay in the home, the more equity you're going to build, and it'll be less expensive for you to be able to own that home year over year, as opposed to someone who's staying in a home long term and they're renting. Well, they have $0 of equity built up, and that's money that they're kind of throwing away. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of situations and circumstances where it definitely makes more sense to be able to rent or to buy. So let me give you like a quick example. You go back to 2008, 2009, right? And that's when we had the market crash in real estate. Now, fast forward to 2013, the market pretty much rebounded to pre-foreclosure levels. So somebody started renting a home back in 2013 to here all the way to 2021, compared to someone who actually purchased a home in 2013. That person in 2013, the homeowner who actually bought back then 8 years ago, now has built up a ton of equity, as well as has the same fixed payment year over year over year on their home. So it's actually become a lot more cheaper for them to actually stay in that home, as opposed to that same person who's renting. It's actually gotten a lot more expensive as their rent has most likely been increased year over year. So again, you know what, there are a lot of situations where we said before where it makes definitely makes more sense for you to be able to rent as opposed to buy. But if you can afford a home and there's a house that you like and you're comfortable with the mortgage payment, it definitely makes more sense to buy than it does to rent. Hey, any questions about this or any other real estate topic, give me a call, 818-396-3311, 818-396-3311, and thanks for watching our vlog.